Samuel Little, the most prolific serial killer in American history, step into the world of outdoor crime stories, where real-life mysteries unfold in the most unexpected places. From hidden crimes in remote locations to shocking outdoor investigations, these stories will keep you on the edge of your seat. Stay tuned for more spine-chilling true crime tales, only on Fame Files. Thank you for being with us. Samuel Little, the most prolific serial killer in American history. A true crime documentary opening scene. Dark, eerie music fades in. The screen is black. The words appear in white text, based on true events. Narrator, VO, for decades, he lurked in the shadows, leaving a trail of bodies across the United States. Women vanished, their cases left unsolved, until one man finally confessed to the most chilling killing spree in American history. This is the story of Samuel Little, the deadliest serial killer the country has ever known. Star, the early years black and white images of 1940s Georgia, followed by shots of late 20th century America. Narrator, born in 1940 in Reynolds, Georgia, Samuel Little had a troubled start in life. Raised by his grandmother, he struggled with education and soon turned to crime. As a teenager, he was arrested for petty thefts, but his crimes would soon escalate to something far more sinister. Cut to prison records, police reports, and interview clips. Little traveled from state to state, living a transient lifestyle. He was arrested dozens of times for assault, theft, and drug offenses, but each time, he slipped through the cracks of the justice system. Star, a pattern of violence. CCTV footage of dark alleyways, police sirens, and blurred crime scenes. Narrator, between 1970 and 2005, women across America began to disappear. Many were vulnerable, drug users, sex workers, or women down on their luck. These were the victims society often overlooked. And Samuel Little knew that. Map of the US appears, highlighting states where Little's victims were found. His method was chillingly consistent. He would strangle his victims, leaving behind no obvious signs of murder. Often, their deaths were misclassified as overdoses or accidental causes. Little was free to kill again and again. Interviews with retired detectives play on screen. Detective number 1, he was a ghost. There was no DNA, no gun, no obvious cause of death. That's how he evaded us for so long. Star, captured but not stopped. Flashback to 1982, police mugshot of Samuel Little. Narrator, in the 1980s and 90s, Little was arrested several times for violent crimes, including attempted murder. In 1984, he was convicted of assaulting 2 women in San Diego. But shockingly, he served less than 3 years in prison. Each time, he manipulated the system, convincing judges and juries that he was no cold-blooded killer. His victims, often marginalized women, had no voice in court. Star, the truth unraveled. The DNA breakthrough and confessions. Narrator, for years, Little remained a free man. But in 2012, justice finally caught up with him. A routine DNA test linked him to 3 unsolved murders in Los Angeles from the 1980s. This time, there was no escaping the truth. Cut to news reports, serial killer identified through DNA. In 2014, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. But even then, the full scope of his crimes was unknown. It wasn't until 2018 that he made a chilling confession. Audio clip of Samuel Little's prison confession plays. Samuel Little, I killed them all. Every last one of them. Star, the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history narrator, with the help of Texas Ranger James Holland, Little confessed 93 murders, stretching across 19 states. The FBI verified at least 60 of these, making him the deadliest known serial killer in U.S. history. Show Little's hand-drawn portraits of his victims. Little had an uncanny ability to remember his victims' faces in detail, drawing sketches of the women he killed decades earlier. Interview clip of an FBI profiler. FBI agent, his memory was terrifyingly accurate. He recalled their faces, the places he met them, even what they were wearing. It was like stepping into the mind of pure evil. Star, the legacy of his crimes narrator, for the families of the victims, Little's confessions brought long-awaited answers, but no real closure. Many had spent decades searching for justice that never came. Even now, authorities are working to confirm the remaining unidentified victims. Many cases remain unsolved, their victims lost in the shadows of history. Narrator Samuel Little died in December 2020 at the age of 80. He never showed remorse, never expressed guilt. But his crimes serve as a chilling reminder: the most dangerous killers are often the ones hiding in plain sight. The words fade in. If you have any information on unsolved cases linked to Samuel Little, contact the FBI. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more true crime and celebrities stories.